If you have a Leica Q3 or any Leica camera, this is going to change your life. I fell in love with the Leica Q3 a couple of years ago, and I love the raw file, how they come out and how to retouch it. I'm going to show you my full workflow, how to get the best out of your Leica Q3 or M11 or SL1, 2 or 3, any Leica camera, because their color science is very similar, and it's my favorite camera in the world. So in case you don't know me, my name is Serge Ramelli. I'm a French photographer, and my work is in 120 galleries around the world. I've published 7 coffee table books, and out of 70 photographers, I was elected the official photographer of Las Vegas in 2024, shot over 3,000 photos for Vegas. So here we are. Now we are in Venice, and this one I shot with the Leica Q3. Look at my settings. ISO 100, 3.2, 125th, because I was on a Movic Vaporetto and I couldn't do a long exposure, and I wanted the wave to be a bit big. So my workflow on the Leica Q3 is very simple. I slightly underexpose my photo, and then I always shoot at 100, so then I open the shadow all the way, and I bring down the highlights all the way. At first it looks weird, but then I hold down the Option key on my keyboard. So if you're on a Mac, it's Option. If you're on a Windows, it's Alt. And I move that black slider until on color, I kind of like to get 3 to 4% of pure black. What you see in green and yellow are pure black. There's no more information. And check this out. I'm going to reveal the photo with the white slider. And on this one, I kind of want to give it like a sunset feel to it. And look how sharp the photo is. Like, some people have an idea. I've seen so many of my students, because I have a coaching program, that shoot at like f9, f11, f10, because they want to get everything sharp, okay? But then they have to boost their ISO. Check this out. This was shot at 3.2. Look how sharp it is. Look on the side. You can read everything there. Look how sharp. It's one of the sharpest photos I've ever seen in my life. It's sharp everywhere. And it was shot at 3.2. Even this is very sharp. So it's crazy. And so that's what I love, because I can open a lot and I can shoot really late. So on this one, the white balance is off. So I'm going to go on the Leica Q3. I like to go to shade for sunset, but then I like to add a lot of magenta and a lot of yellow. Like, you have to go strong on this, and maybe like this. So you just play around with that, but sometimes it's not enough. So on the Leica, I like to go to the color mixer, and on saturation, I add saturation on the red, the orange, and the yellow. And that's already better, but I want to make it even more strong. So first, let's make the photo straight by going down all the way here to auto. And then I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to go 16 by 9, because that's the screen resolution. I like the top there. I definitely want to have the top. And on this one, I'm going to add a bit more saturation. Now, I'm kind of happy, but the sunset is kind of not great there. So what I want to do, I want to show you a couple of tricks here. The first one, I'm going to use a radial gradient and do a big radial gradient around the sunset. Make sure that the feather is all the way to 100%. If not, check it out. What happens if not? Like, I'm going to add some yellow and some magenta to the sunset. But if the feather is not all the way, you get something like this, which is not very natural. So you want your feather all the way to 100. But you see, it added a lot of colors everywhere. I only want this to be on the sky. So I'm going to go 3 dots. Sorry. So I'm going to go 3 dots, intersect mask with sky. When you go 3 dots, intersect mask with sky, that circle is going to go in the back. Check this out. So now it's a lot more subtle. And I can even do it in real time. It's just going to go in the back, and it makes this a bit more blue. Now the sky here, the sky is not blue enough. So maybe I'm going to change the entire white balance. Let's go back to the white balance to daylight. So it's more blue. Yeah, maybe not that blue, and a bit more magenta. Yes, I like it to go from blue to warm. That's what I love. Okay, this is perfect. Let me show you. So right now I'm doing a book on Copenhagen, and I really love this building with this tower there. So same thing. I'm going to open a shadow. I'm going to bring down the highlight. It's going to look weird at first. Then I'm going to hold on the Option key. I'm going to do the black key like this. And then I'm going to reveal the photo. That's one of the key things with the Leica. I'm going to reveal the photo with the white, something like this. And on the white balance, on the Leica, I think I'm going to go to daylight. Yeah, daylight is kind of cool. Maybe go even more blue and add a little bit of magenta, just a little bit of magenta, because there's a lot of green in the tungsten in Copenhagen. So adding magenta is going to kill the green. Of course, I want to make the photo straight like that. And look at that. In just a few clicks, this was done. Look at the before and after. I just love, Leica doesn't require a lot of retouching. Look at this one I shot in New York. 200 ISO, 3.2 at 1/50 of a second. It was getting really dark. I shot this from the edge, I think, in New York. Look how awesome I'm going to transform it. So open a shadow, bring down the highlights. You do the black point, and you do the white point. Okay? And let me tell you, I have been coaching Pat Haney.
I would pray. I would say, please bring something into my life that I can really sink my teeth into, something that makes me want to really involved with.
Now, Pat Haney is somebody who finished my coaching program faster than anybody, and he only shoots Leica and Hasselblad. And his photography went so fast to very average to great that a lot of his friends were saying, there is no way you took these photos. There is no way you took these photos. And anyway, if you want me to coach you, I mean, you should watch the video from Pat Haney. He was saying that he was literally dying because he retired. He had sold a bank, had a lot of money, went into golf, but was dying. And he prayed God for 7 days to find something. He found photography late in life. He never took photos of his life. And he became one of my fastest students I ever had at the age of 74. And he's doing amazing photography, and I coached him. If you want me to coach you, if you've got a Leica camera and you really want to get the best out of it, check the link below. I'd love to see your best photos. Anyways, here we are. So on this one, I'm just going to go 16:9 because I really want to focus on the city. Look at the color. Look how sharp it is. Shot by hand at night. I mean, it's way sharper than my Sony 7R5, the Q3, and it's sharp everywhere. I can't believe how sharp it is. I'm going to add a bit of contrast. And this one, that's it. I'm finished with it. Almost nothing to do. That's what I love about it. Look at this one from Tivoli, from my book. It was getting so dark. Check out the settings. I shot this at 1.7 because it was getting so dark. At 1/30th of a second with a 2-second self-timer. So I'm not touching my Q3. And check this out. I'm just going to open a shadow, bring down the highlights. I'm going to do my black. I'm going to do my white. And on this one, I'm going to do a bit more. I think I'm going to go to daylight like we did before and just add a little bit, like daylight with a little bit of magenta is my go-to for like blue hour shots on the Q3 or the SL1 or the M11. I have the M6, I have the Q2, the Q3, and the M11. I don't have the SL version, but I'm in love. It's my favorite camera in the world. I'm going to make it straight, and I think I want to go also 16:9. I can't believe you can, because they don't allow tripods in Tivoli. That's why I decided, Tivoli is this beautiful park in the heart of Copenhagen. That's why I decided to do everything with the Q3. And look at this. I'm even going to go in here and say, detecting people, remove people, boom. And I'm going to get a shot, a professional shot from Tivoli. My publisher is going to ask permission to use these photos because they were shot without a tripod, but they are so professional that they're going to end up to be in my book. And so we're going to make sure we get the approval from Tivoli. But look at this. Boom, nobody. Incredible. Look at this. Before, after. Okay, now I want to talk to you about black and white in Q3. I know a lot of people are buying the Q3 monochrome or the M11 monochrome. And if you know anything about black and white, you've heard maybe about Ansel Adams Zone System. I'm going to simplify it for you. Basically, what Ansel Adams used to do is take his photos from 0, which is pure black, to 10, pure white. And he wants to make sure that everywhere in the photo, you have a good balance of pure black and pure white. Let me show you on this photo here. So this I shot with a Q3. I love doing portrait with your Q3. So I'm going to go black and white. And on portrait, I'm opening the shadow just a little bit, maybe plus 50 and the highlights minus 50. I'm not going all the way. But then I'm going to do my option key. I'm going to crush. You want to have pure black. Remember, you have to go from pure black. And then when it comes to black and white, I'm holding on the option key and I'm going to go with the white all the way to until I see pure white. What you see here in white is pure white. So I'm going to back it down so I don't want to burn anything. And then maybe add a bit of contrast. And look at this. Look at this beautiful black and white portrait. Now on this one, I want to focus. Look how sharp it is. This camera is so insane. I think I want to focus the eyes even more on him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, you don't have to do that, but I think it's nicer. A little bit of a gradient here. with a bit of black, and a little bit of a gradient here with a bit of black, so that we're more. He's an actor from Bogota, Colombia, and look at this. This is, you see, 0 is going to be the pure black, which you get here. And you don't want to get any 10 in your photo. Like, you don't want any 10. If you can see, the brightest spot is 9. You see, but you do want to go from very dark to sort of very bright. And so now I want to show you something crazy. Look at this photo. Instead of opening shadow and doing everything, I'm just going to use my preset. My preset worked the best on Leica photos. So check this out. I'm going to go here into the A night preset. I'm going to do one click on this photo, and then I'm gonna check out the black point, make it a very black point. The white balance is kind of off, so let's just go to daylight maybe with it. Let's go to daylight. Now it's too blue. Let's go to cloudy. Let's go to shade. Yeah, shade. Let's go add some magenta and some yellow, and look at that. I've been shooting a lot by hand in Copenhagen, a lot, and look at this, a few clicks. This one is, I want to make it black and white, so I'm going to use my black and white preset. Maybe not the darker, not the lighter. I think I'm going to go to normal. And my preset works so well with Leica. They were almost made for Leica. So now all you have to do once you use a preset is hold on the option key. You set your black point. It's a little too much here. You reveal the photo with the white. And you have to play a little bit around with the white balance until you get what you get. It's a very Alan Shallow kind of photo. Again, the preset, you get them for free. The reason I'm giving preset for free is I'm trying to give you value so you come to my coaching program. That's the only reason why I'm giving the presets away. And check out this one, which we did earlier. I can just reset it and use my sunset preset. One click, look at that. And all I have to do is the black point. It's a bit strong. The white point to reveal the photo, and I'm done. Look at this one that we did. Same thing. I can use my AI night. One click, guys. And I'm getting almost the same result. I just have to make it straight. So if you have a Leica camera or an M11 or an SL or a Hasselblad, book a call with me. The link is under this video. I promise you, I'm going to make you an award-winning photographer. You're going to create photos like Pat Haney. People are going to say, there's no way you created this. That cannot be you. If you really want to get great and become an award-winning photographer, this coaching program is a bomb. I'm going to free up about 4 spots under this video. I'll see you there. Prepare. I want to see your 4 best photos and see if I can help. Maybe you're already amazingly good, but maybe there's room for improvement. And I can tell you the difference between being good and great is huge. Let me show you this crazy thing. I'll tell you a story. And this is how I got out of 70 photographers to be picked as the #1 photographer for Vegas. I spoke to the mayor assistant in 2024, and she said that when she looked at my Paris section on my website, she couldn't find one bad photo. And that's why they picked you out of 70 photographers. Now, one thing I've been playing with Scott Kelby is a good friend of mine. On this section of Paris, for the last 10 years, since me and Scott, we've been playing a game that if I have to add a photo, I have to take one out. And when you do that over a 10-year period, you get a body of work that people are like really impressed with. So that's what I want for you. I want to teach you professional retouching, and I want to help you to create a body of work, a brand that is so strong that like you show your photo to anybody and like, this is you? I can't believe this. Anyway, book a call. I'd love to see your work.